Welcome to the Ilski Show. I've been, well, first of all, if you have enjoyed anything that any content that I've created, please hit the like button just so I can see who liked the shit. You feel me? I don't care about the YouTube algorithms and all that stuff. I just need to know who actually likes it. Like sometimes you might watch it and you like it and then you're on to the next one. I understand that. But if you liked anything that I've done thus far, hit the like button. If I made you think, hit the like button. If I caused you to have a conversation, hit the like button. Just so I can know how many people are actually liking. The views don't mean as much as the likes, because people can view 5 minutes and that's 5 seconds and that's a view, but never even absorb the content. But I've been thinking about this great man who had a lot to say about the predicament of African American women and their relationship status. That man was Kevin Samuels. He offered a lot of top-notch wisdom to a lot of conversations that had been avoided for a while or that had not been properly articulated. He was able to articulate the frustrations of a lot of African American men that date African American women in this new world where there's hardly one person, woman, or man that's been untouched, hasn't been defiled with sex, and that hasn't created some kind of history for themselves, some kind of chain of lovers. He would always make a statement about women growing old by themselves and living in a nursing home or living with their children and having nothing but a dog. That was one of his things. But I've been thinking about his statements for a while, especially after his death and watching all these people come on and kind of demonize him after his death. I thought about a lot of the things he said. And what I realized is that he missed something. He overlooked an important factor. And that factor is that, first of all, women, especially in the African American community, are going to die alone anyway, whether they have a husband or not. Because 9 times out of 10, the man always dies before the woman. And lately, they've been dying younger and younger from health issues, like Kevin Samuels did. They've been dying younger and younger. So by the time an African American woman hits the age of 60, 65, her husband's probably dead. And she's out here in the world by herself. And all that income that he had didn't matter anyway, because 9 times out of 10, the financial estate was in shambles. And she's forced to reinvent herself. She's forced to deal with the realities of this world alone. And as I thought about that, I believe that the woman, the African American woman, the single woman, should actually be more focused on their financial well-being as opposed to the relationship status that other people believe they should have. Because the responsibility, especially of the African American woman, is the legacy that she leaves behind. Because 9 times out of 10, the man died, the man left, the man aborted the situation, and she's left to fend for herself and the children. And she raises these children to the best of her ability. She makes it comfortable for them while they're there, and then she turns them over to the world. And 9 times out of 10, when she turns them over to the world, she doesn't turn them over to the world with a financial briefcase full of what to do, what not to do, and all the money they may need to make all the mistakes they may need to make initially. She doesn't do that because she was working so hard just to make sure that they had what she didn't have or what she felt like they should have. She has not been able to truly secure the financial future of herself, let alone the children that she relinquishes to the world. So the African American single woman has a bigger responsibility than Kevin Samuels ever acknowledged. And that responsibility is to become financially savvy, to have a financial well-being that that will supersede her lifespan, and to be able to leave a financial legacy to her children, her children's children, and her children's children. Because if she looks out the window into the future of our harsh reality, of our family dynamics, she'll see that if she was unable to secure a husband because of whatever political things were going on and socio-economic things that were going on, how will her daughter secure a husband? How will her son secure a wife if most of the women are single, raising daughters to be independent, to be strong on their own, and not depend on a gentleman? How will he find the one that needs and wants and depends on him if there's not a lot that do that? And how will he actually live his natural masculinity in a world where his natural masculinity has been suppressed? How will he live that with a family? With those questions, she'll realize that 9 times out of 10, he's going to be a single gentleman. He might have a child or might not. But the fact of the matter is she has to teach him. She has to teach her daughter, her sons, to be financially excellent, not just responsible. And she also has to leave something for them to play with, something to get them started in the world. And so the responsibility of the single African American woman is a lot heavier than what Kevin Samuels ever acknowledged. And that's cool. Or maybe he did acknowledge, and I didn't catch that episode, and that's okay. It's not for everybody to be knowledgeable or acknowledge everything. But what I want to do is I want to help propel the African American woman first, and every other woman after that. I want to help propel you to a place to where you have a dynamic understanding of how to create a financial legacy that will outlive you, your children, your children's children, and so on. And so as I thought about Kevin Samuels today, I thought about what I just spoke about, and I thought about the true responsibility of the single woman in America, the single woman with children, the single woman that has been given the burden of actually teaching a nation on her own. The man in the African American community and also in the lower class communities are obsolete. Some try to be there, but honestly, no fault of the woman, no fault of the man. It's just the way things have become. There are very few long-lasting relationships, and there are very few long-lasting productive relationships. So with that being said, I want to let you know that I understand your plight. And I want to let you know that even though some come to break you down, the breakdown can be a good thing because it can provoke thought and provoke action. And I say take the good with the bad, but understand that as a woman, your responsibility is heavier than what you expected or even acknowledged, because you have a responsibility to build and teach an entire nation to fix the mistakes that our previous generations made that got us in the situation that we're in now. And you know, the only way to do that is with finances. A lot of people say, you know, money can't buy you this, money can't buy you that. But I guarantee you one thing. Without money, you cannot show your love 100%. And I promise you, anybody that wants to argue with this fact. Have you ever looked at something and you looked at it, you liked it, you wanted it for someone you loved, but you couldn't afford it. A lack of money dampens, hinders the full expression of love. And if you've ever wanted to do something for someone, but you couldn't afford to do it, you understand that statement. Now, if you're a super wealthy individual, you may be able to express your love to its fullest 99% of the time, but I'm pretty sure there's something that you can't afford to give someone you love. And 9 times out of 10, if you're super wealthy, yeah, what you're trying to give, it has nothing to do with money. But if you're not super wealthy, sometimes and a lot of times the things you want to give have everything to do with money. The way you want to express your love has a lot to do with money when you don't have it. And so if we can just fix that problem of the haves and the have-nots, we can change the terrain of love. If our community could express our love financially without having to do all of the illegal things that we do, our neighborhoods would be better. We all know that the reason why we are where we are is because of our economic status. And so the only way to change that is to change the ones who are truly in the trenches of the economic poverty, which is the African American woman, the single African American woman. So I just wanted to come to y'all today and kind of rebuttal a part of the philosophy that Kevin Samuels spoke about, and really not even to rebuttal it, but to say that there was something you missed. There was something he missed, and I want to address that this season by changing the lives of 500 people, 500 women, by giving you what you may already know, but just from my perspective, giving you a new perspective on wealth and on legacy, and giving you an opportunity to listen to some experts, speak with some experts, and get a better understanding of what you can do in order to secure a financial future for your children, your children's children, and your children's children. All right. So anyway, I'm out. Let me see if I got a motivational word for you. Nope. But I do got my singing bowl. Today, my daughter's birthday. She turned 9. I haven't spoke to her because her mom is on some other stuff. But if y'all see my daughter, Eris Jones, tell her daddy said happy birthday. And that I'm playing this singing bowl just for her. Oh, listen to that. No matter where you are in life, you should be able to see exactly where you want to go. And if you can see exactly where you want to go, you can be exactly where you want to be. Not to be deep, but it's the fact. If you can actually, in your mind, see the places that you want to be, see the person that you want to be, once you can create that mental image, the only thing you have to do after you create that mental image is to program your conscious to believe that you are. And as we spoke before, all you have to do is say, why am I? So if your mental image of yourself is a parading buffoon, then all you have to do is ask yourself why you are that. And life will send you the answers. Life will place you where you need to be to get the answer to that. So once again, if you can picture in your mind where you want to be, no matter where you are right now, if you could picture in your mind where you want to be, you will get where you want to go. And all you have to do is program yourself. And one way to program yourself to be what you want to be is to ask yourself why you are what you want to be. So for me, I want to be a consistent figure in my 9-year-old's life until the day that I die. I am, and I asked myself this morning, why am I such a consistent figure in my children's lives? Why am I so wealthy mentally, physically, spiritually, financially? Why am I changing the lives of 500 women this season? What's happening is the universe is giving me the damn answers, and my mind is making me walk down paths that gets me to where I want to go, and it's so magical. I can't even explain how well the shit works. Because I'm looking around like, damn, why am I so wealthy? And then like all these opportunities start popping up, and I'm saying, well, that's why. And then that's why. Why am I such a consistent figure in the community? And I'm looking like, oh, that's why. The answers come to me. Why am I such a sexy motherfucker? Right? And then all the answers come to me. Like, yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Ilski Show, where we talk success, prosperity, and vision. Peace.